So you want to be holding in this week's Torah portion? Of course you do. Here are your Shpark Notes. Parashat Trumah. Our last Torah portion, our last Parashat Mishpatim, left off with Moshe ascending the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights where he's supposed to hang out with Hashem. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that seems like a really long time. But if you have ever made a long road trip with your family, you get it. So while Moshe is up there, Hashem says to him, listen, Moshe, in order for me to help you all out, I feel like I really need to be down there with you, like right in the middle of things. Moshe says, great, that sounds good. How do we go about doing that? And Hashem says, I need a home. Moshe says, great, what do you need for your home? Like wood and bricks? And Hashem laughs and says, yes, of course, just some wood and bricks. No, seriously, here's a list, though, of all the things I'm going to need. And the list has everything that you would expect on it. Gold, silver, copper, acacia wood, lapis lazuli, fine goat hair, dolphin skins. Moshe hears all of this and he's a little frustrated because he knows he's going to have to go to at least 2 stores because Michael's always sells out a fine goat hair. But he pushes forward, paying attention to all of God's instructions. Next, Hashem says, I'm going to need you to build a little ark with like 2 cute little kruvim facing each other. Moshe, not entirely sure what kruvim are, nods his head and keeps listening. Hashem continues that the kruvim need to have wings that are arced down towards one another. They're almost touching, but they're not quite touching, and the kruvim need to be facing each other in confrontation. And Moshe says, okay, is this like a cool decoration? And Hashem says, no. This is my house. Like, this is where I live. Moshe's like, with the kruvim? Hashem's like, no, you're not listening. You're not paying attention. Not with the kruvim. In between their wings, that tiny, tiny little space where it's just about touching, that's like my apartment. Moshe nods his head as he's getting it, but I think it's safe to say that there's probably a little bit of doubt in him that his people are capable of creating the literal dwelling house of the divine. Hashem then lays out the rest of the blueprints to Moshe, instructing him in meticulous detail of a few things that the home is going to need, like an altar, a courtyard, a laver, a ritual washing station, some nice lamps, and of course, a bread holder. It's like a wedding registry, but if you get the wrong color or the wrong material, then your people is directly responsible for the abandonment of God from the world. No pressure. Hashem, sensing Moshe's anxiety, explains that this may seem like a lot. And it is. But don't worry, because if you thought this was complicated, just wait till I instruct the Kohanim about how they're supposed to keep my house tidy. And we'll get there. Oh boy, will we get there. But for now, this was Parashat Trumah, and these were your Shpark Notes. The rest is commentary. Go and learn.